a lot of companies I've joined, there isn't a very clear answer to this question: is who's actually our target group? Who are we there for? Who are we catering to as a brand with our products? And then understanding this target group very well. And I think that's also what a lot of companies don't do.
I would say it's a really interesting event because we learn so much about how important to really understand your customer.
And we also learn something very important about diversification of your marketing channels, know how to use what maybe was not your main focus in the beginning in order to specifically targeting the right people.
I had the pleasure of attending the lecture. Really interesting how the solar energy is facing those challenges in Germany.
It's super hard to do research with local installers because spending an hour with them, with you for their research, for them time is money. And I think that's also how you need to tweak your messaging and your channels to be quite clear about the benefit.
I thought it was interesting that your own market research says that the #1 reason for buying solar panels is I can save money and not I can save the world. So my first question is, how do you bring these two things together? You know, founding a company for one purpose, but then realizing people want something else. Do you try to re-educate consumers, or do you just, adjust to give consumers what they want initially?
What does the market look like? So also understanding what piece of the pie do we actually currently have as a company, but also understanding how the entire pie looks before you can then take a decision which part are we actually targeting. And on the channel side, I would say we still use all the classical marketing channels, so online marketing, PR, content marketing. But what becomes much more important than in the B2C business is this whole real-world experience, building relationships, having events, having a proper account management that actually has a one-on-one relationship. So where do you have brands with a high brand fit that can help you to grow, and then see how you can really work together to make the market even bigger.
I really liked the event because of the interactive part. Also her specific role of being a woman in management boards where she often occurs as the only woman was very interesting.
I mean, it's still going so slow if you look into women in management. It's right at Kununu I was the only woman in the management team, and Zolar I'm still the only woman in the management team. If on the board we have 1 woman and then me from the management teams. And if you look at how are we progressing, I think at least the share we have is not representative of the talent out there.
Very useful, very nice experience here. If you missed it, you should definitely join next time.
And I want to say thank you so much for coming tonight.
Thank you for having me.